to make it to the RMR, make it to the major. Now it's just to make it a little bit easier in the first stages of that RMR here. And we'll see how things go. It's an interesting matchup here, kNgV versus PLANO, and starting out quite nicely for kNgV.
Good opener. I mean, it's kind of par for the course when you look at long, right? It sometimes just comes down to how your spawns are, and unfortunately for PLANO, wasn't really in their favor. Now a 3-on-5, and doesn't look all that convincing to pull it back either. Just sticking around, see if maybe they can't catch somebody off guard. But with that Glock now being recovered, I think kNgV know that people are still here.
Definitely, there's still people hanging about at the moment, and even despite them having that knowledge, they're still in a pretty good position. He's in this 5-on-3. They've got good control all throughout the map at the moment as well, so leaves a lot to be desired here. If you're PLANO trying to work their way up the catwalk, we'll see if that's a solution.
I mean, this is still being covered, right? It's not like this has gone under the radar. Max is still just sat here with the kit in hand, so even if he falls, still not going to be that big of a deal for kNgV. Making a little bit of time wasting, though. They haven't done really all that much. Just walking up cat, giving away presents and utility, and finally, as soon as Max peeks out, he finds himself a lucky 1 kill, but doesn't need anything too skillful at this point. You just got to close the round down. Already seems like they're on the path to do that.
That they are. Last alive here is going to be mix of cake, and we'll see if he can close. David's just going to immediately dole out a headshot there, make it easy as to that. It will be kNgV continuing their hot streak here versus PLANO. A pretty dominant Mirage closer from them as well. And this map, particularly for kNgV, very fun to watch. NQZ been stepping it up quite nicely. David could drop him and off. What on earth is that? NQZ, he's got himself a great teammate right there.
Hey, man. I wish I'd be that teammate, but I never will.
Me too. I wish you were that teammate as well.
Never. Not for you. What? What would I give it to you just so you can die? You see, I'd give it to NQZ for that. Because I know he's good for it.
Oof, trades back, though. David, unfortunately, doesn't have much luck in the round. Didn't have that off in his hands here, but they look to clean up quite nicely. Nekez and Cake, the last two standing. And around, it doesn't feel all that workable here. It seems like they got a lot to pull back, and walking towards this B side might seem like a tempting offer, but with lacking head kevlar for some of these players, and Rox, who's just holding onto his smoke, playing a contact game, as soon as he spots something, he's just going to toss that down and buy further time.
Yeah, to get back out of this round is, well, to be difficult would be an understatement. This one feels like it'd be next level Tom Cruise type stuff, but still seems like they could give it a try. You got caikec going up catwalk with the scout, which just did closely behind him is Neckies. I mean, they've got the bomb, they've got an AK, and a sprinkle of utility, but what they don't have is the manpower, it feels. If they can bring a couple of kills back, then round gets thrown to the realm of reality, but with the bomb now on the floor, you leave it to a scout. All solo in the 1v4, and Rockstar is going to have none of it. kNgV, quick shot down to that force.
Yeah, by punishing that force as well, they're going to give themselves quite a few upgrades. You can see Rox and DGT both able to grab AKs from the ground there. That's going to bolster up a decent little buy in the coming rounds as well. DGT plenty of money to invest into this round if he so chooses. And yeah, we'll grab himself an A1. And now, I mean, we'll see if PLANO have kept the eco success trend going on the other side of the bracket. If that's true, then I'm sure South America was in for a wild night. But I don't think that we'll continue to see these deagles do as much damage as PLANO. Why did I even say that? Why did I say that?
I mean, to be fair, PLANO aren't the eco demons that we were thinking of last series.
Yeah.
Where it was kNgV and, you know, both teams just going back and forth at it.
Yeah. Yeah, not the same teams, right? We get a little difference. And PLANO do started off with that opening pick, but I don't think they had the armor. They didn't have a real chance in that round. They just get ran down.
Yeah, but how long is that going to last? PLANO got to stop this bleeding, and this is going to be their first rifle to attempt it, right? There's still obviously a, like, year's worth of time for them to actually get into this game, but T-side Dust2, while it might not be the most favorite nowadays, you still want to get off to a pretty strong start. You still want to be able to take space convincingly, but it kind of feels like kNgV have gotten the better of them at just about every choke point already.
Yeah, I mean, kNgV's grabbing some pretty valuable control towards long, though, at the moment. All the while, kNgV might have allowed that to take place here. as well as this interesting little play going on towards B. Max is pushed in and could catch one off guard here. It all depends on a game of timing. Oh, but he just shoots right in between the gap. Not going to be able to open up proceedings for 9Z, but definitely gathers a little bit of information. That's one player transferring in towards tunnels through that T-spawn angle, so maybe hinting at a bit of presence here. But in the meantime, a reroute coming through from the PLANO up catwalk already.
I don't know if this op is going to be able to have an impact here. Apparently it is. NQZ has already spotted him for the long corner, and combined with DGT, I'm pretty sure they're just getting shut down at this choke point. Yeah. Heads being shown and targets being taken. P250 to seal it for DGT, and Yell is too far behind the pack to have an impact. It's 1v5. I don't think he's going to get close to any kills. I mean, you've got... There's chances for him to go towards them, but I think he's just going to go for the save instead. 40 seconds. Bombs deep on Cat. Doesn't even feel like it's worth to do economic damage either.
Not quite. Not going to have too much economic damage to say about this one. I mean, Yell going to be holding on to an AK for the next 20 seconds or so. Now, things likely going to swing their way. I mean, maybe later down the line. 9Z off to a really good start, though. Again, like you said, it's still very early on in this matchup. PLANO yet to lift off, though, just yet. Had a pretty solid T-side on Nuke as well versus Fluxo. That's another one of those new cores, though. In a similar case, case, actually. Where I'm sure a map like Nuke is pretty hard to play on that CT side if you are bringing in a couple new faces. And that's certainly what Flux is doing, trying to build that project up.
They've been doing pretty well, right? With the lack of time that they've had, man. They have, like... They've certainly gone far for the little progress they should have made.
Yeah.
Like, credit to them.
Yeah, they came to the, I think, best of 3 phase both times, actually. So, you would like to think that this next qualifier, not in the palm of their hands, but definitely feeling confident to be one of the teams contesting for it, right? Just one more left to go after this, and that nets South American teams 2 spots, so.
And if you think about it, everyone they've played has been close.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just been cut and dry, you know, they make it to the best of 3s, they get stomped. Like, the last one went, sure, the last map wasn't close, but the first map they won, second map, they were mere couple of rounds away. Like, Fluxo have really been making a name for themselves. I wouldn't be shocked if they qualify.
Yeah, honestly, Fluxo choked out that first map. I think that would have been... Hold on, I thought. I mean, that would have been a really good start to them. I think they very well could have 2-0'd PLANO. But all that being said, opening pick. And PLANO's way. And that's 2 AKs with some of these players having armor. Horizon going to make his way up. Oh my god, 2 headshots from Horizon. That's going to be the round secured right there, it feels like. Maybe I'm talking too soon, though. kNgV going to drop here on the catwalk, and that might entice him in for a retake here. Op in the hands of Horizon, that was a scary prospect.
A lot of utility, man. A lot of utility, but they just made it out the op shot. That could be big. He's going to have to reposition. Now they could use this setup smoke to its utter full potential. Nade's going to bounce over and ramp, and they both drop down into CT. Wanting to fight together. I don't know if he knows where all 3 players are, but he certainly does now. That nade coming in from long gives him all the extra information. And I would not be toying with this peak, my friend, but Pirazin's got it on lock. A 4K from him with the recovered op. And PLANO finally get on the board.
That's incredible stuff right there, man. Horizon with the double deagle entry. Doing so much work for the old PLANO camp. And then to follow it up with the closer as well. So much impact from the guy. And that's exactly what you need from him. Right, the sharpshooter right there, and still 9Z with plenty of money. In fact, double op reinvested into 9Z. So definitely showing that they want to keep up the investments here. They want to keep up with the risk. Op missing this initial shot here, and now there's no escape. The chase is in, but spam isn't connected. Up towards the top of mid there. kNgV's just going to find a freebie. DGT, what on earth was he going for there?
What was he cooking? I got no clue, bro. Smells like 5 different things.
Bit brazen right there, but not gonna be the end of the world. They have dropped 1 player. Max still standing as well, but on relatively low margins.
I don't know if anybody's going to give him a peek before the smoke blooms. Yeah, they're playing fairly disciplined. This op isn't going to have that much of an impact here. Still got a lot of utility to stop them from actually getting into the site and getting the bomb down, though. That's the concern for PLANO right now, as a Molotov continues to put on some extra ticks. Gap in the smoke won't yet be abused. kNgV is still sat up here on Catwalk behind this smoke, so his impact isn't done just yet. Flash goes high, and he doubles down. He doesn't need vision to take care of caikec. 3 on 4, and they continue to keep them out of this site. 40 seconds left, and the timer to soon be a factor here. Smokes will fade. It's not like that's gonna win them the round, but it's going to make it a lot more difficult for PLANO to close it down. Still stuck on the ramp with this bomb, and he's all alone, all isolated, yet to be spotted. The kill comes through at long range, and it looks like kNgV may have finally met his match. Stuck in Gandalf, kNgV won't let him get any further. PLANO, bit disastrous there on the initial take, but they're able to respond with the round.
Yeah, brilliant stuff. That's incredibly disciplined right there from PLANO. You said it. Making sure that they wait for those cross smokes before they start peeking, and then when things start to go wrong there on the site, they just hold their positions. They know that 9Z are going to be the ones that get relatively uncomfortable there later down the line, so they try and peek into the sight lines of PLANO, where they're just patiently waiting for that. That's really well played from them. kNgV continuing to rattle off with the AWP, man. That guy's on fire right now versus just USPs, granted, but still landing some very nice shots.
I mean, be it is against the pistols, but they are still fairly clean, and I don't think he's going to end there. Yeah, kNgV, he's been farming these past couple of rounds with the op, putting PLANO on the map.
No doubt. Good signs here to try and bounce back. I missed that USP kill. Nice shot, though, apparently.
Yeah, kind of meaningless. Especially against the T side. Man. I don't know. 9Z. They cannot let previous rounds be replicated. I mean, I'm not going to say it was, again, I'm not going to say it was one-sided or cut and dry. It was fairly close, but PLANO were going to win those fairly close rounds. And you look at it from the long run, especially when they get opening kills like that. What is going on? nQZ flashed his own teammate. David was caught in the open, and response is found in lower tunnels, but it's across the map. It's on the other side of play, man. nQZ's the only one standing between PLANO and a potential 4th round.
Aggression utility being thrown out here towards long. Boosting up. Max at the very least here.
Wait. This is a free B site right now.
Oh yeah, they've got it. They've got the rotation cut off. Yell's like, hey guys.
How is Yell here?
I've got some news for you. You can come on down. I think 9Z probably just going to save as a result of this. Once they hear the bomb
100%.
planted.
I mean, you can't go for this in your right mind. I mean, okay. If they find a kill on Yell here for some reason, some way, sure. But that's not going to happen. So, definitely just going to see a tie aim.
They have a player towards long, though. So saving is easier said than done. And yeah, op shot. Ooh, kNgV misses. 3 peeks in. There's a double op for you. Express delivered right there from kNgV. Thank you very much. And 9Z walking with some firepower into this next round. They'll no longer be walking into this next round with the lead.
Not sure, because 9Z could still put up a fight back in this next round. Obviously, around these AWPs, there's probably just going to be like USPs and pistols, but I don't know. I don't know if I can say it's just AWPs. Like, these are hard weapons to contend against, especially on Dust2 when you've got one at both sites. That's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, they can definitely do the damage with it. That's for sure. They've already done some nice economic damage in the round, forcing a lot of reinvestments. Not the end of the world for PLANO. They are definitely sitting on a healthy stack of cash. Another long spawn here, though. And a decent one for Horizon, who's already been pretty deadly with the op. He's not going to be handed it, though. A force spy to respond here from 9Z. They don't really want to let off the gas at the moment, it seems.
Can't even blame them, right? Double ops, do you really want to let that go completely unanswered?
They're giving themselves a little support right there. Don't mind that call at all.
That was a wasted smoke, though. I mean, they'd already popped out long, essentially, before you could even think about it. They definitely could have used that later in the round, but already gone now. No point crying over spilled milk. But we're about to see the first op duel, and it's not going to go the way of PLANO. kNgV caught walking into the scope of nQZ, so now they're all stuck going in for a long take that seems desperate.
We'll start to walk Forward towards long, but like you said, it could be desperation now. In the meantime, they've got that duo towards long. They're going to send another duo here towards Tun's side of things, but Rox is pushed deep in towards tunnels, once again taking a pretty aggressive angle. Is that an Xbox smoke? Oh man, he lined that one up so cleanly.
Yeah, but unfortunately enough, Max does not care.
They just pushed
He
right
just
on
went
by.
up, sees nobody there, says, you guys could, like, stay where you are.
Everyone hold their positions. In fact, I'm going to take even deeper ground. Although, Rox has just fallen off of the B side here. With that lower Tons push, they're totally getting this fake sold. Yell's going to drop early, but now that's a B side post plant that they've just given over here off of some early rotations. So, some cause for concern here for the 9Z camp, despite being in the 5-on-3.
Are still left in the dark, man. They had no clue what hit him until Furious and found one on the flank. Oh, Max might be next up, but he somehow flicks around. Necky's fumbled the bag, and now 9Z have a good chance to pull this retake off, but 2 ops, not easy to get the job done with. In fact, I wouldn't even be shocked if you saw kNgV switch out to the SMG, but at long range, maybe David put us up some good news. Now it's just caikec sitting in the middle of the site behind the big box, looking at doors. This flash should catch him. Actually, no, it doesn't. So he's still sitting pretty for the time being till the swing comes through. The defuse should be following suit, and 9G will regain the lead.
There you go. Wasn't even at the helm of the double op. I mean, sure, they started proceedings off right there, but David finding himself a massive 3K to help out, and 9Z just off a straight numbers game is going to shut things down on that B-side retake. A lot of isolated duels given in that post plant as well, where I feel like maybe if you're a PLANO, you really want to just batten down the hatches. You want to start planting your feet in that B bomb site because you know how easy it is to hold those choke points. By the way, they get away with the big one right there, 9C, and they're very thankful for it, I'm sure.
Well, back to going up and taking long, but surprisingly enough, it's not going to be the op taking the opening duel. Well, I think they will end up taking the space in the long run. Yeah, nobody's there to really stop them. As soon as those flashes come in, PLANO just back away, basic stuff. And instead, they try to fight up middle, but that's exactly what 9Z wanted, at least in theory is what they wanted. But if Max misses that shot, real trouble start to arise. kNgV gonna pick him off on the fadeaway, and now 9Z sit at a disadvantage.
It's a big start right there. kNgV plucking him out of the server with the AWP, trying to escape, but no luck. Now holding his ground is DGT, who isolates one of these duels and gets that molly down as well. A great play coming through from him. And Rox is going to help up, step up, fill the feed here. Flash is brilliant here, isolating another one of these fights. DGT before he eventually gets taken down. Rox on the flank is going to fall as well. Now this opens up another avenue of approach for PLANO. Up the catwalk is an option, but they're still going to walk into that op of NQZ. Oh, Flash is so
really
good.
like the way he's playing this. Yeah, they're gonna have to walk into the op, but no, he misses the shot again. Both ops whiffed, and it's so big for 9Z. David now left in the clutch, and Necky's is still here, ready to try to fight. Peeks on the Molotov and ties it right back up.
Perfectly placed Flash coming through there. And the 2v2 helping out. Shutting things down right there. What a round from PLANO. About as explosive as ever, but back to tied scorelines right now for them. And looking to continue this endeavor, though, for 9Z. They want to keep PLANO off of the lead. They're so hungry for it right now. Investment's coming back. Op shot over to help out kNgV to get close support for long. See if they can gather that early control. Already Yelp taken down deep here. He's got to deal with the pistol. Buys himself a double kill as well. Damage through the smoke on kNgV, who's getting mollied out. He has a smoke. He needs to escape, but there's a gap in it. And caught trying to run away. Nekus is going to find him. That's an instant 2-on-5. That's an instant save call as well.
Maybe not yet. With that kill, they're going to be stalled actually going up through long. It buys time for Max on this flank to at least pick up the one, but he pulls out his knife. If he had his gun out, maybe there's a chance there, but now Rockstar is left all alone in a big clutch situation. And even he's getting flanked, man. It's flanks on flanks. Period. It ends the round, and PLANO take a lead so quick.
Oh, man. Another one of those fiery rounds right there, but what a bit of entry work being done. Double kill on the entry. I believe that was is in the last round. I can't remember. Either way, phenomenal work done from PLANO, and that's a round that you're really, really thankful for. Now you're going to kind of force a half buy from 9Z. This one's one of the easier rounds that can be gifted, but again, we know how these rounds have panned out for 9Z. They've always been able to do damage. Paul on the right stack here. Pretty mature on the flash.
I was so worried, man. I thought that was going to be an opener, but Oh, PLANO. I'm actually kind of surprised because so far in this game, it kind of feels like they're going against what they're usually doing. Like, usually it's very slow, methodical defaults, trying to work picks. But in these past couple of rounds, man, it feels like it's an untamable beast.
Yeah, they're coming into this one with the energy and, you know, maybe as a result of not having a lot to lose right now, right? You've already qualified, pressure's off your shoulders, so you might as well throw some punches here. But speaking of throwing punches, Rock's gonna do just that here. Landed some nice shots, but watch Flash played. And a multi-kill coming through to really seal the deal here. I don't know how much GGT can do in a 1v3 here with the post plane on the B bomb site coming through shortly. They'll bail out.
All unconfirmed damage, too. I'm sure if he saw some of these bars, he'd definitely say, yeah, I'm going for this. I'm giving it an attempt, but completely unknowing of what they actually look like, how bruised up they are, means he's just going to try to find an exit with this Deagle, and there is a potential to do so, right? You've still got Perias in lower tunnels. And he's going to go around the world through T-spawn, see if he can't snag away a gun, or maybe just slither a couple of exit frags.
Why not? You'll get investments into the next, so it's worth a shot here. Unless you want to save your KD, that's always an option.
I mean, there are guns down. Like, I think maybe what he's expecting is the bomb blast. Oh, no, he's going to try to catch him saving. He wants the Doja nade. I thought what he was doing was waiting for the explosion to blow guns back into tunnels and then gonna snag one there, but no, he just, like, did nothing. I mean, okay.
All right.
That's what we call a waste of time.
Hey.
Yeah.
Time's never wasted when you're having fun.
I can't stand you, man. It's not about the end result. It's about the friends we make along the way.
Well, there you go. You understand? kNgV having a lot of fun. Finding that opening pick on a prize, and he had the spawn, I believe, as well. Just couldn't land. In the meantime, though, oh my god, Nick is... What a fiery opener right there. Beautiful stuff. At least a trade back. kNgV hyper-focused here on the mid side of things. He's going to get blindsided, and now Max. What's going on here? Nexus is going to drop. He got a little too comfortable here. 2-on-4 now to try and pick up. Molly to peek behind it here. Inside of his own flames, Yell. He's going to grab a kill as well, and they have to deal with these two players dealing from tons as well.
Oh, they're both posted up. They're going to have to walk into two different tees. Saturday on a crossfire on top of the double stack. He gets taken down, and Yell just couldn't get his teammates back in time. And since that, kNgV lose the round, rather take the round from where I feel like they should have been losing it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, great pullback right there coming through. Had that slight start off to the round there with kNgV finding the opening pick. That definitely helps out, but the fast reaction from PLANO, man, the quick play to make their way in towards the B side is finding that entry, and that's why I thought the round was going to go wrong for kNgV, but they do mop up. They do find their footing in it, and that's what matters most. That's a critical fact right there.
Well, we are really getting into the thick of things in this half, and I could not tell you who's going to come out in front. kNgV, it looks like right now, if they keep playing the way they are, they could be strong contenders, and that's why! Because kNgV is fearless right now. Sprints up cat, dry, gets the opening pick, gives him the finger, and gets out of dodge.
It's not a fun way to start off this round. Nick is doing a lot of entry work right now for this kNgV, or rather PLANO roster, and right now, he's going to be taken care of. Flashbang's being thrown out here as well.
Was that like a fake flash with the throwing?
I think he was trying to toss that smoke up. It just didn't land. Instead, the flashbang setup's going to be good for a little bit of information. Molly's going to be better here, forcing him out of line, right into the open arms of David. He'll say thank you very much. Meantime, the rest of PLANO trying to work their way up along here and catching some flak as they make their way through the smoke.
Now to another tree. kNgV gets to post up with the op, and everybody wins, at least if you're a spectator, because watching this guy, oh man, it fills me right up. Already getting himself a second, but the last stolen away by Max's long flank. kNgV, keep this so close. Not a single time have we seen a team go for get a gap of more than 2 rounds. Like, that's wild.
Yeah, it's been a very, very fiery one, hasn't it, right? Best of one to claim first place as well. Whoever closes this one out will be gathering that, and while it doesn't seem like much, it might allow you to avoid some of the heavier hitters here, and you know, the likes of Liquid, Furia, Imperial, all teams that are already made it through. There are all teams that are going to be walking into this RMR with very high seeds, so you definitely don't want to be playing them out. In the meantime, NQZ, again, dude, this guy playing that dodge flash, very, very sharp readjustment on the aim.
Well, they'll take that. But they'll take that trade right back if you're PLANO. Still looking for a little bit more of an advantage. NQZ gonna swing back in, but this time, it's only to the bane of his existence. Fall into the AK of caikec. And PLANO, he can just walk away happy as can be. Sure, you got a couple of players low, but man, oh man. kNgV, what do they do to respond here? They're split up across the map.
Things become very, very awkward here. And like you said, it's very split up. But there's a lot of low HP bars here on PLANO, so doesn't allow them to sigh a breath of relief here. Instead, they're going to walk in towards B, and I just love how Rox is playing it at the moment. He's got his molly primed and ready. He still has a smoke, and right now we're looking at a clock of 45 seconds left. He still has yet to pull the pit on this. There's no smoke to extinguish it either, so as soon as contact's taken, he spotted him. Molly goes down. He's going to isolate them. Mow down 2. That's bomb in their control, but in the meantime, mid-lurk strikes, and it puts all the pressure on David to close.
This is the most winnable clutch we've seen all day, though. I mean, look, one bullet on either one of these players, and they fall to the graveyard, and they're already spotting one across. That nade could be good! Almost a slam dunk from way downtown. He knows where Piriasin is. In fact, he knows where both of them are and catches them falling back into the tunnels. David does not wait for the flash to pop. He takes initiative and takes the round for kNgV.
By force as well. What a clutch right there, closing it out. Brilliant stuff being done. David to close the round out, give themselves the half lead. Is it enough here on the CT side? I do feel like they showed some resurgence right there. You could see in the mid half, PLANO was really taking the reins on this one, but the closer is there from kNgV, and that's what matters there. They're walking into this half with a little bit of momentum.
How far will that extend them, man? I mean, look, I don't know what this is or isn't going to mean. Obviously, there's a whole world of unknowns when it comes to switching the sides. Maybe kNgV were just stronger on the CT side. Maybe PLANO were just weaker on the T. We're about to find out if this competitive game stays that way coming in here.
Oh, we are. Very enticing. Gearing up for a B-side attack here. Just an all-out brawl for kNgV, and they're prepped for it.
Look at this setup from the CTs, dude! What is going on? They're in top mid.
Yeah.
They're in T-spawn before the pins even get pulled. They're going to be walking out into what should surely be a death trap. PLANO has already forced them to have another alternative, but with that first kill, they force themselves to explode out of the tunnel still. The flank is very hot on their heels, but that's if it's going to be there in time.
Max has flank covered. So now they're starting to lose numbers. Oh, but Max gets taken down quickly. Horizon's going to land a nice adjustment, and that does leave him in potentially a good position. kNgV strikes back as well. Yell continues to find success here. Flank isolated, though, in QZ. The Opper, just as good with the USP right there, and 9 on the board now for kNgV.
They will extend the lead in a roller coaster of a round that literally could have gone either way. I don't think I'm surprised to see either person take it at this point. Like, these teams, I don't think I've ever seen as neck and neck a game as this.
Yeah, I'm loving it. Again, there's less pressure on this matchup, right? In a day that's been full of pressure for these two teams. I would say more so PLANO with how close those series have been. I think kNgV, they started off, dropping out. They had to reverse sweep. So I feel like, kNgV was able to warm up there pretty quickly versus their opponents. But either way, it's a day full of pressure for both these rosters, trying to qualify for the RMR, avoid that last qualifier, number 3, and just get it early, get the job done quick. And now they get to have some fun with it, and they certainly are.
Well, I don't think you're going to sneak an eco away from the eco masters themselves. Yeah, they're already making clockwork of this one as they walk up long, even into the stack. They don't really show any fear. With all this damage and kills already taken, they're just walking forward to what's already an open and shut case, man. 2 on 5, and with Yell falling in CT, there is literally no chance. Piriasin's only ability is going to be able to find some extra frags. Oh, well, there's one.
Ooh.
But nothing more. NQC says, sit down.
Only one. Right there. PLANO for Spy gets punished, and like you said, you're not going to have an easy time trying to sneak an eco past a team So very good at ecos their own. I'm sure that they know exactly how to counter some of that. They just keep those long range duels. Even that scouter in the back of barrels gets flashed off perfectly. So everything being checked off here for 9Z.
That and the fact that, like, they just kind of know. They go into some of these rounds knowing, yeah, this is an eco. We should probably stick together. And albeit maybe 5 players up long isn't the most optimal strategy to always do, it works. Like, they can't just pick you apart with deagles.
It's very valid. They're not going to pick you apart with USPs either.
No, sir. Oh, well, I mean, you almost picked up kNgV.
Oh, not a worry in his world right there.
Someone's coping.
The only one that's coping is PLANO with this double op. That's the way they're going to cope with a bit of a deficit right now.
And I think we're going to see an optimal here, too. Right? Yeah, kNgV seems certain to go for this peak. Oh, no, I love dude, I love when teams do this, man. I love it. Oh, he's able to get to the top middle, too. Pretty much unravels any form of cat take they would possibly do, but they're still in lower tunnels right now. Like, Nekis is still potentially behind enemy lines.
Right now, if you take a look, Yell is very, very hyper-focused on that position towards the top of mid, so as soon as you see kNgV stick his neck out, that's when things could go wrong. Either way, Nekis is going to drop here, and it forces Yell to turn his attention both directions. kNgV is going to strike in just the right time. Perfectly played from 9Z to find a double opener right there.
And they don't even slow down the pace, too. Like, you can already see, the only reason they haven't made a move is because Max was trying to catch up with the pack. Bomb already trying to find itself a destination and potentially flashing themselves up catwalk to walk into A. Who really knows at this point, man? 9Z had the liberty of going anywhere, and it's all going to be weak.
That's exactly it. B's definitely the ideal target, but every site is weakened right now in this 5-on-3. Smoke from mid to B. All in an attempt to just make these CTs push for re-aggression, right? Once these bits of utility be thrown out from 9Z, you know that it's going to create some uncomfort. What?
That's unfortunate, man. That's all I can say. Now Fury is not going to get very far with this one. I mean, yeah, sure, he's found the 1 kill, but as soon as NQC shows up to the party, he decides to shut it down. 9Z, man, a 5-round extension, and they send him back to what should be another half-buy eco. Not anything good.
Oh, man. That's so unlucky. I mean, I know it was a 5-on-3. They probably didn't have much of a chance to win that, but icing on the cake right there is finding that little information with the smoke. And a half-buy responded from PLANO, trying to keep the pressure applied, but 9Z feeling none of it. QZ gonna take a battle here towards mid. What is that? Yo, it's the deck early. That was a collateral as well.
Hold that. Oh, my lord. 9Z will not stop, bro. And they still had somebody holding for the flank that was actually being delivered. Rockstar is a second away from finding what could be a big double kill. But now it's Nekis to have to step up to the plate. Currently the only one in contender. Sitting in elevator. They're trying to spam him. They don't want to let him get away. But behind the smoke, he's just picking apart 1. There goes NQZ, and a potential big gap exploited. An advantage found 2. Op needs to be recovered, and so does the bomb. But Rockstar's so low. He can't even bother committing to a fight.
Spotted kNgV on the catwalk right there. They plant for cat as well, though. I don't know what exactly 9Z have in store for us here. Rox is holding off CT and catwalk, but he's on very low margins. It's up to Max to do a lot of the heavy lifting here. He has to show up with the A1S, and no one's shown their position just yet. Armor on all of these CTs, so they're going to start to make their crawl up here, but that's when they strike in unison, and Max and Rox just mop them all up. 13 secured there from 9Z as they keep PLANO away from winning a single CT round.
You jinxed it! Come on, man. Well, now all you PLANO fans are going to be happy because this is a surefire round for PLANO. 100% win. Swear on my life. Wink, wink.
Oh. I see what you're doing.
Now you're getting it. Now we're cooking with gas.
It's here cooking with jet fuel, though, man. Because they are moving up in the scoreline very quickly.
Look at this fight that is about to happen in middle, man. It is like they're waiting for a pin to drop for all hell to break loose, and 9Z will not allow any trades to go against them. Oh, PLANO, they had the perfect setup, the perfect plan, and it was all ruined by these meddling kids.
It was. Sneck is... Oh, is he gonna get cleared a little bit? Going their way, at least. An attack to answer things back. It is Horizon to help out, but a couple low HP bars now fill the feed, and they're gonna move quickly in towards this B side here. David, is he diligent on the clear? Horizon's already made its way inside of the car's angle, and I don't know if David's gonna be really wise to that. Still, though, he's gonna slow things down and allow for PLANO to be the ones to make the next move here. 40 seconds left. He's getting reinforced as well.
They're putting all their eggs into the basket of the B site. Not that bad of a choice if you ask me, especially when you look at the health of the players defending it. But still, Periazin is going to give the fight of his life. Somehow picks up a frag before all is said and done. And I don't know if kNgV really wants to go for this. I mean, look, you're in a bad spot. You need rounds. But at the same time, this is next to impossible.
Yeah. Opportunity slim, though. PLANO. Tough pill to swallow if they can't close this round out. Spots a shadow. That's an O-scope connected in. QZ's attention turned directly, but time is of essence here. No kit and kNgV, so I don't know if he really has this one in the bag. He's committed to it, though, and yeah, I mean, this timer's too far ticked. He'll walk right into the scope of NQZ to mop it up, and right back to the drawing board is PLANO.
Team Ace 2 for 9Z. Man, everybody is playing a role in this win. This is a taste of their own medicine. To what they did to Fluxo in the last series when they stomped them on Mirage. This is 9Z saying, "How do you like it?"
Oh God. Oh man. 9Z are kind of creeping me out now. Then, in that case. A little bit of utility being thrown out towards the B. It's all just pressure. Look at this. Not a care in the world. Oftentimes, I feel like you're slowly defaulting for control here. You're so terrified to peek lower because you know the CTs could beat you. But here they have all the confidence of a team that's double the scoreline and so close to taking first.
They've already wasted up most of their utility. You've got one smoke, one nade across the entire force, and that smoke's not going to be doing you very much on long. I mean, unless you've got some lineup to try to block off Cat, which I think that it like exists. I don't think is the game plan, but what are you really going to do with this, you know?
Just going to have to land the shots. That's what's required here. And when you're dealing with an execute landing, the shots becomes a whole lot more difficult.
Worst case too is the fact that as soon as kNgV makes noise, he's going to get flanked by DGT. Like, this one is almost already a recipe for disaster. But obviously, there's a world where maybe they hit the shots necessary and clean this one back up, though. Only one left to make a fight is caikec sitting over at the ramp side. He's found one back, but considering he's on low margin and his team doesn't really seem that all interested in coming for the retake, I don't know how likely this one is.
No kits. Yeah, they're saving. It's going to be, I guess, a vent point on the line here. And not going to be able to make the exit either. So 15 grab from 9Z, one off of taking that first seed in the second qualifier. Would be joining the likes of Pain, who won their qualifier as well. Be a pretty solid accomplishment, man. Exciting stuff here for the 9Z camp.
Yeah, 5 kills away from potential shutdown on the second half. I mean, look, came into the second half, one of the most competitive games I've ever seen. We actually watched the second half unfold, and it's one of the most one-sided games I have ever seen. Like, it is night and day coming into the switching sides.
It really is, man, and they're just playing it textbook to a T right now. Doing a phenomenal job.
What are they cooking? Are there 4? Okay, I thought there was going to be 4 people trying to take long.
Seemed to be the case here. Landed some shots as Yell. Ooh.
Ooh,
There's
wow,
the job.
Yell.
Good lord.
Damn, bro. Why are you pulling that out now? Why couldn't you do that 3 rounds ago?
Well, they could have used it back then. Now it's all just an attempt at keeping your life in this one.
Well, they're going to go for a B hit, man. They want to get this one over with. You can tell, but In doing so, they might allow a gap to be ripped wide open. Neckies has just solidified another, and this B, yeah, you're not getting in this easy, guys. 9Z, I'm sorry, but you're not gonna get the seeding that quickly.
Oh, not just yet.
Is he trying to throw the op away? Oh, okay, hold up. He's cooking. Wait.
Jeez, stop peeking him. So dangerous.
What is going on, bro? They are waiting for their flank to come through, man.
everyone distract.
Guys, let's play proper CS now.
Yeah.
Nah.
Just to narrow the dream right there.
To be fair, I don't think B was the issue, really. The issue of this game has just been with how they actually dealt about controlling long. Like, it felt like every time 9Z wanted long, they got it, which is a problem. And mid, but that's another story.
The attempt at gathering long control. They're going to meet him here early on. It will be David to go down first. Rock's looking to trade things out. Flashes are very good. And Rocks will find the response, but he's taken down to very low HP. Now they're looking to isolate some of these duels, but still standing, and another kill inside the pit. Has no support here. They're trying to play around these smokes. DGT going to swing out wide. He's going to eat an HE as well, but in the meantime, a reroute here from the T's. No way he doesn't check this. Surely not blue bin. DGT sneaks in on by, and that's an equalizer. And that definitely is going to separate the defense here.
That's big, too, because now this op's going to have to look at two different directions. KNG could potentially be caught off guard on Catwalk, depending on when they peak, but at least thankfully for him, Yell's going to be there to support his back. Maybe a 1-for-1 trade wouldn't be all that unfortunate, but with less than a minute to go, 9Z decide to make their move, and nobody's on the A side or even close to trying to protect it. In fact, they were so headstrong on taking back long control that they might be caught off guard. Neither of them looking the right way, and this op misses the shot at long range. KNG does not hit it, and now it's Peter in to save their game.
See how left in his tank here. 1v3, does he seriously have it? Moving up towards the top of mid. He's been spotted out already and taken down. 16-8, only giving over a singular CT round to PLANO before they mop the floor with the opposition right there. About as clean as it gets. Man, what a game from them. 9Z taking that first place prize for the RMR qualifier number 2. And it's a solid accomplishment for them.
I mean, it was just so well played in that second half. That was a completely different 9Z than we've seen all day, than we've seen for a while. That was beautiful. And if we see more of that in the future,